This is very cool, and I'm very, very excited. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We are going to get going in just a few minutes, but I just wanted to say welcome, everyone. All right, there, you can see me now, right? Cool. All right, welcome, everyone. This is Laugh for a Cure. My name is Lauren Mandel, and I'm so excited for tonight's digital event. For those of you who do not know, tonight's show is in honor of the Debbie's Dream Foundation, a nonprofit organization dedicated to raising awareness for stomach cancer, advancing funding for research, and providing education and support internationally to patients, families, and caregivers, with an ultimate goal, of course, to make the cure for stomach cancer a reality. Each year, DDF hosts a huge gala in South Florida, which is the largest fundraising event of the year. But unfortunately, due to COVID, the gala has been postponed. But we still wanted to bring everyone together for a night of fun. I co-chair the New York Night of Laughter every year. It's a lot of fun, a lot of laughs. So DDF and I teamed up to put together this event in lieu of the gala. We're gonna have a lot of fun. And if you like what you see, or if you don't, which will not be the case because it's gonna be great, I'll be sharing this link throughout the night. So donate, it'll be in the comment section. So let's get familiar with that chat section now. I'm gonna throw this in, all right? And we're gonna be using this a lot throughout the night. So let's get used to it now. And first, what I'm gonna have you guys do, we're gonna be a lot of participation. But first, I'm really excited because this night would not be possible if it were not for my friend, Eric Cunningham. Eric is bringing his show to us tonight, What's the Big Idea? It's a lot of fun. It's super interactive. So in order to get the show started, can you guys write hi, Eric, in the chat section, and welcome my friend and comedian, Eric Cunningham, into the room. Okay, here he's coming. All right, Eric, I'm gonna have you come on in. I might need you to click that video thingy. I hear you.
Oh, you can't start your video because the host has stopped it.
That's me. I stopped it. Oh, there we go. We're bringing it back. Guys, there may be
technical here we go.
I'm new to digital events. It's weird, right? Hi.
We're new there. Hello. Oh my God, we have 21 players already, 22 players. I think I'm 1 second ahead of you guys.
This is great.
This is so exciting. Hello.
I'm going to take it over to you.
Thank you. Well, for everybody who is not, oh boy, everyone who has not played What's the Big Idea before, this is a game where we take a look at all the different amazing things that may or may not happen in the future. You know, we're talking about biological shrink rays, robots that deliver takeout, and one proposal to twirl yourself into the cosmos. One of these ideas will save the world, and we're going to find out which ones tonight. I am, as Lauren said, your game master, Eric Cunningham. I am a big science nerd and a big comedy nerd, and a game show combining both is my idea of a good time. That's how the game is played. Essentially, we're going to have 3 rounds of big idea questions about the future, and you all play along. We've already got 26 players. The more, the merrier. You can jump in whenever. You can jump out. It all scores the same. So jump on in whenever you want. Here to guide you throughout our big ideas are our big ideas. Give it up for John Trowbridge, Randy Silverman, and David Johnson. Come on in here, guys. Where are they? Here we go. Oh, hello, Randy.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good, Eric. How are you? You've got a lot of greetings on this little chat over here.
Oh, I love it. Hello.
Hey, baby.
John
What's up, Eric?
How are you? How is everyone, living, adapting?
Living large. Living large. Took a shower for this.
Love it. Thank you.
Yeah, I put on makeup and a bra for this, so I feel like we're in a good place.
Perfect. Well, for those of you in the chat room or watching along, you guys are the players. These our panel are not playing. They are here to just guide you, help you find answers, they're going to give you their opinions. but you all are the players, and you don't have to download some app. You don't have to sign up for anything. You can use a fake name. It doesn't matter. You just go to kahoot.it. It'll ask you to put in that little 6-digit code, and you can play along. And that's it. Nobody's getting emails. Nobody's downloading anything. It's very easy, and that's why we use it, because it's very easy. Enough talking. Let's get to the gameplay. So we're gonna start things off. If you still want to join, you can join in the middle of it. Don't worry, it's not locking you out. But we got 29 players, which is plenty for me. So we will jump in, and we're gonna start a little warm-up game. So don't worry, it's not for points. It's just to test out how we play. Perfect. 30 players, 31 players, 46 questions throughout the night. We're gonna get through. So first up, what do we got here? I'm going to turn the music back on here.
This is insane.
I know. This is great technology. I mean, this is what
wild.
It's all about. So this first game is called Did That Happen in Florida? Traditionally, the Debbie's Dream Foundation Gala happens in Florida. A lot of amazing things and inspirational things happen in Florida. It turns out, our research has found. So in this game, I'm going to read you a headline, and you have to decide if that happened in Florida, if that amazing thing happened in Florida, or if it happened some other place. Very simple game. We all know how to play, and you play on the Kahoot using that code down there. So let us begin. I'll go to the next slide here. The quiz. First one, the founding of Moon Express, a company making it easier and cheaper to travel to the moon. Did that happen in Florida, or did it happen in not Florida? Oh. All right, so you got a little bit of time. We got one answer. Don't worry, that's okay if you didn't get one. It happened in Florida. That's an amazing real company that is trying to make it easier to happen to get to the moon, and it is happening in Florida. Don't worry, none of these count. So if you're lagging behind, no worries, no pressure, no nothing. We'll jump to the next headline: Florida or not Florida. Nobody got any points, it's fine. A county official using taxpayer funds to buy a dog a tuxedo. Is that Florida or not Florida? Oh, we're getting so many answers now.
Yeah,
here they are.
Florida.
Here they are. Oh my God.
Florida, yeah.
Somebody is ready. It's always Florida. Let's see. 24 answers.
Florida.
That was
Definitely
not
Florida.
Unfortunately, that was not Florida. That was in Arkansas. So we're learning something about all the states tonight.
Yeah.
Next up, again, these are for no points, so it shows the scoreboard. It doesn't matter. We'll get to that later. A woman called 911 because she wanted a beer.
That actually is. I think I saw that on a thing. Yeah, that's an article that is there. Yeah.
Who knows? We don't.
She's like a
know yet.
90-year-old woman. God
Even if it
bless.
says not Florida, that did happen in Florida, so it doesn't matter what they yes.
Okay, as the resident Floridian on the panel, we know why so much stuff happens in Florida, right? Because of the media transparency laws. Okay.
Wait, what happened?
Florida, the state of Florida has different media transparency laws to where just information is more accessible to reporters, journalists, et cetera. So you get all these crazy stories coming out of Florida because police departments and whatever else has to report it if they're asked, unlike other states. That's why you get all these Florida man stories from, okay?
Right.
Oh, well, we're trying to, I think this is inspirational. I've never thought of calling 911 for a beer, and I think that's a positive thing. So I put this in Florida.
Right, we should all do that, Eric.
Well, it is an emergency. I mean,
Eric's right. I'm calling 911 right now to get beer.
We're moving to the next headline. Just a couple more here. We've got the creation of Papa, an app that connects seniors with youth who serve as grandkids on demand. Is that Florida or is that not Florida? We got 3 answers, 5 answers.
It's not. I'll say it's not, but
It's
not Florida.
Silicon Valley in the South. It's got to be.
I think it has to be. I mean, it's like the whole Jewy, like.
Of
No.
course. There it is. It is Florida. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know what? It sounds like a crazy idea, but I'm on board. I think that's a nice little.
I want to
thing
sign
do
up,
for people.
actually. Can we
I
do it
want
from
some
here? Or no?
grandkids. Can I have grandkids?
Yes.
I'm not older.
This next one, making everyone in the state take AP tests, even if it lowers the national average.
My Florida high school did that. So Florida, all in, everybody.
You're giving
Florida.
the whole game away.
Dave says all
yeah.
in Florida. Wow.
That one is Florida. This next one I love. Oh, a man was convicted of shooting a crossbow during a road rage incident. Is that Florida or not Florida?
That's got some Texas vibes. That's got some Alabama
That could be a
vibes.
lot. That could be a lot of
I mean, that
places.
doesn't, I don't think that's natural to Florida.
Florida shares
Yeah.
a border with Alabama, so keep that in mind.
Mhm.
You are correct. That was Virginia. Not very Florida of you, Virginia. Next up is one of my favorites. Usain Bolt is starting an electric scooter company. Is that Florida or not Florida?
I feel like Florida's a good place for electric scooters, so I would say yes.
It's the closest state to Jamaica. That's
You
good
Delaware for the
That's
tax
true.
purposes.
Florida, absolutely.
Yeah.
And of course, the company, the electric scooter company, is called Electric Scooter Company. No, it's both.
Jamaica Electric Scooter Company.
Yes. The next one up here, it keeps showing the scoreboard. I'm sorry, I can't take it off. Throwing an alligator through a drive-through window when they get your order wrong.
100%.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, like I would actually think this was weird pre-quarantine had I not seen Tiger King. And now I just feel like it's weird that there was only an alligator in the car and not like a liger.
Overwhelmingly, people got that one correct. Yes, that is super Florida. And then our last one.
Hey, Eric.
They actually give driver's license to alligators.
Eric, hold on one second. So we're getting a couple of comments that by the time that they are having trouble hearing you and that it's not working on phones.
I'll say not Florida for this one. Just there's the last one. Well, maybe I'll say Florida because it's the last one. Yeah.
Meth can make people say a lot of crazy things. So
That's true.
Perfect. Sorry. I'm also juggling the comments here as well. Not working on phones. The screen runs out of time first. Okay, so this is something that that we had heard on a previous version. These are we're going to take a little bit more time, so don't worry. These are the fast ones, and they're for no points. So you'll have a little more time on the next one. So don't worry. We are adjusting the time so that they will get ahead. Oh, we are one question behind. Okay. We are one ahead, actually. Oh, interesting. How does that work? Interesting. Well, we'll see. Okay, so that's the first thing. We know how the game works. That's to test out the game. I think you all did fantastic. Oh, thank you, Alexander, who can hear on his phone. These are our actual big ideas. So these are the big ideas that you have to decide if they are real or fake. So in this first one is delivery robots. So this is a proposal. You have to identify if it's something that has been proposed or our writers made it up. A small food delivery robot cooler that travels from a restaurant to your home. So this is what we're going to have to decide. Before we decide if it's real, I would love to hear from the panel if you think it should be real. So as well, you can vote on your phone. We'll have 2 minutes of decide. Should this be real?
Well, everybody who knows me knows that I'm all about American jobs and American jobs now. Anything that takes away jobs from Americans, I usually flip out about. So I say no. Plus, if you ever look at the Boston Dynamics robots and shit, those things, knock, 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 you open your door, it's a Boston Robots dog. And it kills you, punches you in the throat.
We've all seen that episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You buy one of these things, you have sex with it, you think it's your dead husband or something, and you end up having to put it in your attic.
Different episode, sure. Yeah.
This doesn't really sound like something that the restaurant delivery robot would do. I feel like that's a little far-fetched. I'm all for it. I mean, we're already at the point during quarantine where you're not allowed to have contact with anybody, right? So if I have a little robot do a little beep beep drop off, I'm good.
John, counterpoint, like if the robot takes the delivery job, like maybe that, gives someone else an opportunity for a better job. Or like maybe it's like, hey, this is a tough job. You're not being paid well anyway. Let's give it to a robot and get you something better.
Well, when you want to provide the jobs that my Americans will have once you fill in your fleet of delivery robots, then we can talk. Or if the delivery robots want to pay taxes, then we can have that conversation. If you want to go Andrew Yang and tax the robots, I'm on board for that.
Do we have any indication one way or the other, Eric, on the robots paying taxes?
In theory, I guess, we don't know if the idea is real yet, but you could propose that it should only happen if they do pay taxes. Because you're right, they're going to take a lot of jobs away.
I mean, I love that we think robots paying taxes is our biggest problem, but okay.
Could be.
It could be.
I'm just saying, if I get taxed for being an unemployed TV writer, then these robots should get taxed for being a delivery boy.
Every man or robot for himself is what you're saying.
Yeah.
People, so we're overwhelming. 34-12.
Wow.
People decide that they should exist. They want this thing to happen. That's pretty overwhelming. It's for 74%. But is it real or is it just a pipe dream? That is what you will have to decide next on this next slide. This one is for points. It's for 1,000 points. Are delivery robots, a real thing? So let's bring that question
I
up.
feel like they are, and I feel like I saw somebody's Insta story that like saw one going through the streets of LA.
Because
I want to, yeah, I really want to say I think I do. She saw it was a Fortune Feemster actually on her Insta story, and she filmed it going across like a crosswalk.
I mean, Amazon drones are pretty much a thing at this point, right? So
yeah, they're there.
Well, that might be further on in the game. We don't know.
Yeah.
You might
Oh,
have just.
I feel like drones have less obstacles than something on the ground with wheels and curbs and rocks and potholes.
This one, oh yes, order online and they'll bring you a meal. I'm pleased to announce that the robots are real. It is a company called Starship Robots. Overwhelmingly, people got this one right. 22 to 6. This is a real company testing things out there. How does that make you feel? Are you excited?
well, John's clearly not. We know because he's only going to be excited if they're paying taxes.
Already. You know.
And the
John is
robots
going
are
to
coming
go
for what's left.
hit up the robots to find out about their tax program.
Because they're all going to become comedy writers. If they're not delivery people, they're comedy writers, or they're trying to get the pilots off the ground.
That's right. Yeah.
And I don't need more competition. You know, especially now that UCB's done. And
Yeah. But what if they start a theater, John? Then you can join their theater.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna check out the scoreboard. Let's see what happened. Who's in the lead? Marissa, you answered the fastest and correct. Travis Scott, who's a major celebrity watching tonight. Fantastic.
Really nice. That's a really good get, Eric. That's great.
A great get. Yeah, well, you know, we try to bring the hits here. So that is the first big idea. Congratulations, everybody. Not Bob also got it correct. Travis Scott, Jeff Hill, and Zach G all getting it fast. Speed does count, so so make sure to get those answers right and fast. So we're going to move on to the second big idea to give people another chance. Here we go. This one is called the BioHeat phone charger. Now, this is a phone charger that transforms human body heat energy into electric energy, like solar power, but with your own body heat. So first, before we decide if that is a real proposal or just a pipe dream, let's decide if that's something that should exist.
I get really timid about the whole phone next to body discussion. I'm sure all of you guys get phantom buzzes on your leg. I get phantom buzzes on my leg, and I twitch around there. Yeah. And I get scared that when we're all 50, 60 years old, our genitals won't work. They'll be like all mangled up because we've had phones next to our ding-dongs for so long.
Wow, John.
What do you guys
That's one take. Sure. That's
sure.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You guys don't worry about that stuff? It's insane.
I don't know that that's necessarily my concern about this particular bio heating of the phone. Mm-hmm. But not so much on the genital concerns because my eggs are already dead. But my concern would be, I feel like, you know, when your phone's out in the sun for a long time, it like heats up and is about to combust. I don't like a heat charging thing that is in my hand near my body, giving off very bad ultraviolet rays.
And turns it into battery juice. So like it converts the heat into something else, electrical charge. Maybe that's a good thing.
But do we know that it won't get hot? I just feel like it's going to blow up in my hand or on my body or near John's genitals.
Well, overwhelmingly, Randy, I'm sorry, people disagree. They want this thing. 64% to 36% wish this already was a thing. Next, we were going to find out. I'm just reading the comments. We are going to find out if this is a real thing. Again, this is the biophone charger a real thing, or is it just a pipe dream? For 1,000 points, everybody in this next round, is it real or is it fake? Here we go. You got 30 seconds, but you don't want to take all of it. We got a bunch of answers. What do you guys think? Do you think real or fake?
I think right now I have to say fake because I think they overheat, right? You leave it out in the sun, it turns off.
Yep.
That's my point. If the heat has nowhere to go, sure. But now if the heat can be transformed into a different form and do electrical charge, I'm going real.
Real.
But if our heat can be transformed, then we could charge anything.
There you go.
Oh, but a lot of people got caught in this one. This is a fake. Oh wait, I have a little poem for this one too. I love a little poem. Where is this? It's an idea that someone somewhere should make, but I'm sad to report that this idea is fake.
Thank God.
Wow.
Well done.
Genitals everywhere will be fine.
I know.
Charles
Yes,
Dickens.
yeah.
And that was by
From here
Charles
on out.
Dickens.
Excellent work, everyone. Let's check out the scoreboard. Marissa. Oh, Travis Scott.
Travis
in the lead.
Scott take the lead.
Oh,
Travis Scott is in here? Wow.
Travis gets everything, but Dauber and Frank E joining the leaderboard, which is tremendous. And Melon is the highest climber, jumped up 54 spots. That's huge.
Wow.
Answer that one really fast. Let's see if Melon can continue.
Yeah, Melon, keep it going.
3. Question number 3 is our third big idea. Tiny people. So this is a proposal to use hormone treatments to make humans smaller. You reduce the average American height by just 6 inches, would mean a reduction in their metabolic rate of about 15 to 18%. So it's basically fudging with genes to make everybody just a little bit smaller, and they stop using as much stuff. So let's take it to the discussion. Should that exist before we decide if it does?
Couldn't be against it. Couldn't be more against it. If you paid me, you couldn't pay me $1 million. Good luck getting laid. Girls.
Well, I was about to say, actually, I feel like this would be great for people who want to go on dating apps because they usually lie about being taller. And this would be perfect for them because they could just come in hot off the gate. I'm short and I'm saving on a metabolic rate. Swipe right.
Do we need to save on the metabolic rate? Is that like, why is it?
Do we also know what metabolic rate is? Because I do.
Yes. So the idea here is that humans would use less energy to consume less food. And so our carbon footprint is smaller. So up to 15 to 18% of at least our food expenditures and all that stuff and keeping us warm, and our homes could be shorter. By shrinking humanity, you use less energy and therefore you produce
Wasn't
carbon.
this a movie?
Yes, this was a movie with Matt Damon and Kristen Wiig a couple of years ago.
How did that net out?
And it's one of Eric's favorite movies of all time, and it's why it's in the game show.
Maxine also,
and that's why he put it there.
Eric wants to bring Matt Damon and Kristen to life. Yeah.
That's true. I just wanted a movie.
No, it says the purpose of life is not to do that. The purpose of life is to be what you want. We don't want to, shrink down. We want to be big. This is America. We want to drive big trucks.
But what if it fixes climate change, or what if we can have a better Earth?
Never gonna. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. You're not willing to.
If it would mean I have like
Elon
smaller.
Musk is taking us to Mars.
Like if it means like smaller. Oh, you can't do it to people that are already here, right? Like what if you volunteer yourself to be?
This is like developmental. This is like you give it to kids.
Yes.
So they just don't grow as much.
Yes, and basically an idea that you do it just from here on out. Instead of humans being around 5 or 6 feet, now they're around 4.5 to 5.
Well, good luck selling that to the anti-vaxxers.
Also, people used to be smaller, and maybe if we just became smaller again, we could walk around old castles easier. Stuff like that. Like old ships.
Right.
I would love to live in a castle. Like that would be great if we can all.
They're not made for 6-foot people. They're made for 5-foot people. You know what I mean?
So overwhelmingly, people on your side, 81% say we should not attempt to do this. But is this a real proposal or just something we made up? That is what was worth 1,000 points in this next one.
You mean real besides a Hollywood movie real? Yes, I actually, I think it's real.
I say real because movies are real. That's what I say.
Movies are real. Hollywood's
I think
real.
you can totally do it. I think you can
Jurassic Park is real, and this movie's real. So I'll say real.
Jurassic Park. Oh my God, Jurassic Park meets tiny people would be amazing.
If you want to have a conversation about making Jurassic Park real, we can talk about that, Eric.
But
we're not doing your Kristen Wiig, Matt Damon tiny movie.
No.
Okay, you would rather introduce killer dinosaurs before you shrink people. This is a real proposal. Real proposal. Actually, while we check the leaderboard, Isabel, you're the one who found this proposal, correct? Isabel,
yes. Hello, everybody.
Tell us a little bit about it.
Hey, okay, so I'm coming in hot with my quarantine hair. Everyone looks amazing. And yeah, this was absolutely real. And as somebody who's been in remedial science since preschool, I'm gonna say that this sounds legit. Like, I think that we should do this because that'll mean I can be super skinny and, maybe be a size 0 again, like in 5th grade. So
So
You think it's a good idea?
so you've been remedial science, like there was never any advancement since kindergarten?
No,
It's always
no,
been
no, no.
remedial?
I
Cool.
actually
Okay.
was in preschool science, like literally the level preschool science.
Okay.
The
So
whole
Isabel, do you know there's a difference between height and BMI? And like height's used to calculate, it's like, but they're like different. So like being shorter doesn't necessarily mean skinnier, just saying for the record.
Don't ever ask a woman about her BMI. Just don't
Please.
do it, Dave.
Honestly,
Oh,
I
me?
saw the word little and like I was sold. So,
Okay.
No, can we just concentrate the tininess on parts of the body? Do we have to go whole scale tiny?
Yeah, definitely. It's just easier that way. I mean, this is what this guy researched and he found it. He's proposing it.
yeah, no,
Maxine says, I hope the doctors who researched this didn't go to the same school that took out my stomach. Oh my God. So on leaderboard, we have a very tight race here between Marissa and Travis Scott.
oh my God.
Marissa taking the lead, but Travis Scott right on her heels. We are going to jump into the next little bit here.
What a refreshing
boy.
moment. Such interesting perspective here. I'm sorry. Have I interrupted the donation link? Please go right ahead with your business. I won't interrupt any further.
Oh, I'm sorry. We will come back to this donation. I put this out of order. I'm sorry. This is my apologies.
Is that an insane character that just came into the...
An insane character just came in. He's going to play a little warm-up game with us.
Excuse me. I don't know who an insane character is. I'm just here enjoying Gia Tolentino's book. A very interesting perspective and evocative writing. But, I'm so sorry to interrupt. Let me explain myself. My name is Dr. Beauregard Academe, and I am an associate professor of world history at Dandruff College, East Rhode Island. Yes. And I am running late for a digital history conference, and I need your help.
How are you running late for a conference in a quarantine?
Well, you see, my computer only has Netscape, so things run a little bit slower.
Okay.
Sounds
But
like
here's
a
what's
character
happening.
to me. Dandruff High?
It's a very real university, and I think I didn't get tenure to be mocked on this stage. But let me just explain myself so I can get out of your hair as quickly as possible. I'm supposed to be giving a presentation all about the 20th century, but in my haste, I realized that I forgot to memorize many crucial dates marking key events in the turning tides of history. So I could use your help to jog my memory. I'm going to list a few monumental moments from the century 20th, as we historians call it, and you're going to guess whether it occurred closer to the turn of the century, 1900, or the turn of the century, 2000. Once you have put in your response, I will consult the official fact-checking mechanism of all historians, Kahoot.it, and determine the truth. Shall we? Let's shall.
Let's shall. Here we go. First up.
The first electric car, did it get invented closer to 1900 or 2000? 1900 or 2000. Let's see what the results have to say. All right. A very tight race here, but indeed it was 1900, not even remotely close to 2000. The first electric car was created in Des Moines, Iowa in the 1890s, so it's not even within the purview of my 20th century presentation. 100 years after it was initially invented, the California Air Resources Board tried to mandate that all major car manufacturers produce electric cars. But eventually, that board caved to pressure from giant corporations not to do the right thing. Good thing that never happens anymore. On to the next event.
On to the next one. These are not for points, so don't worry. But Marissa got all 8 answers correct. Good for you, Marissa.
All right, the first 3D movie. All right, was this closer to 1900 or 2000? You know, I think the greatest tragedy of this whole pandemic is that we cannot all go to a movie theater and enjoy a premium screening of Sonic the Hedgehog for $22 a ticket.
You're here.
But
You're here.
yes, I think we're all in agreement on
You're
that,
in
but
good
we're not in
sports.
agreement in the answer here. 1900 is actually closer to the truth.
1900.
That's right, undoubtedly. The first 3D feature film was titled The Power of Love, and it came out in 1922. It used red and green anaglyph imaging, otherwise known as the annoying glasses that give you headaches with one eye red and one eye green, and the audience was also given the option when watching the film at the very end to watch a happy ending by looking through the red lens or the tragic ending by looking through the green lens. Similarly, if you want to see the happy ending to humanity, use Instagram. Otherwise, watch it through Twitter. It's very different, the experiences. Fun fact, although the 3D version of The Power of Love is presumed lost, a 2D version of the film was also produced entitled Forbidden Lover. This too is presumed lost as well, because they just didn't keep movies at that then. On to the next event.
On to the next one. Here we go. The next one.
Betty White's first leading role. Oh, I'm supposed to remain objective about these figures as an academic, but wow, what a queen. Did this messy mama snag her first leading role closer to 1900 or 2000? Yes, you got it right, audience. It is 2000. Fantabulous, but only barely. She played Elizabeth in the syndicated sitcom Life with Elizabeth from 1953 to 1955, and she got her first Emmy nomination at that time. That show ran for 65 episodes, one for every year that she has lived since it went off the air. Everyone says we must protect Betty White at all costs, but she's so resilient. Perhaps Betty White must protect us at all costs. Ho ho!
You're here.
We're again in universal agreement on this point. But let's move on to our final question here. And you've been so helpful. Thank you so much for helping.
You're very welcome.
A global pandemic that brings the world to its knees and infects up to a quarter of the world population. Very topical. Feels like to me. Oh, it is both. Everybody gets points because the Spanish flu originated in 1918 and the coronavirus originated in 2019, both around the same time. But don't worry, if history is any indication, we'll get through this and then move straight into a worldwide depression. Gung-ho diddly chap. Well,
Wow.
yes, so let's let that sink in here. I'm going to let you guys think about that. Meanwhile, I have completed all the gaps in my presentation. I am frankly pleased as parsley about how this has turned out. Thank you for your steadfast assistance. Now I feel fully prepared to give a keynote about 20th century history that somehow involves both pandemics and Betty White. I'll figure it out. Ta-ta!
Bye, Professor.
Wow.
Was
Thank
it
you
me,
very
or
much.
did the professor remind anybody else of like one of the Hasidic Jews from the movie Unorthodox on Netflix? Like a little before, I'm missing a little payas. I kept waiting for some Yiddish or something to come out of the professor's mouth.
I haven't watched Unorthodox yet. I do feel like he just condensed 4 years of Dandruff University straight into my brain after that whole presentation.
Yeah.
I feel like
He earned his tenure. You know?
Yeah, you graduated, man. We're gonna take. So I put a little. Since we're getting comments that the stream is also delayed, we might take a little pause to maybe so it catches up. Yes, Ran, I said that. I'm confused by a lot of the comments. But we will take a little chance. I don't know if Lauren is available to jump back in and talk a little about donating, as of course that is the main reason why we are here.
I'm the most available for that. Hi, it's me, Lauren. I'm back. So you guys have been, hi guys. You guys have been talking a lot about big ideas, right? And I had a big idea and it has something to do with curing stomach cancer. Don't ask me about the details because I am not a scientist, but I can maybe make that big idea a reality by putting this link to donate in the chat. and I'll let you guys take it from there. But this has been so much fun. This has been great. If we're a little delayed, we'll take a few seconds now. If everyone in the comments wants to give a thumbs up, we will then proceed with the next round of the game. And for the record, I'm currently watching Unorthodox. I'm hooked. That's what I'm going to do right after this. So I love that topical reference, Randy.
Excellent. See, you guys got to get on it. It's good stuff.
It's very good. It's very good.
So good. Oh, so good. What else are you guys watching while we wait for this to catch up?
I was watching Not to Handle.
Oh, I just finished that.
Those people are next level stupid. I mean, that's it, man.
Can I also say though, like, I wouldn't be tempted by any of them. I wouldn't be tempted by any of them.
Oh, come on. What are you talking about? Those were the hottest, dumbest people you've ever seen in your life, Randy.
I'm not
I
attracted
gave
to
Love
dumb.
is Blind.
In the
I
first
don't think I can give this a chance.
Huh?
I gave Love is Blind a chance. I don't think I can also give this show a chance.
Well,
That's
I'll say that in the first episode, this one girl walks in, she has a tattoo on her back, and some guy's like, "Hey," it's in like a different language, and the guy goes, "What's that say on your back?" And she goes, "I don't know."
Yeah.
Oh no!
Never looked it up.
All right,
Okay.
it looks like we're getting some thumbs up. I'm gonna turn it back over to Eric.
Yay!
Love it.
Bye,
All
Lauren.
right. Bye. And make sure to donate. The links right there in the chat. All right, so we will jump into the fourth big idea. So in this second round of these ideas are already real. So there's no guessing if they're real or fake. These are real ideas. And now that we've told you that they're real, we're going to see if you can guess about them. See what you know about these real ideas. So this is more like if we're making analogies like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. So we'll have multiple choice about these big ideas. Points are doubled, so these are worth twice as much as the first round. Let's see if Travis Scott can steal the win here. Shall we begin into the fourth big idea?
Yeah.
Let's do it. All right. Fourth big idea. Hopefully the timing is all good. Oh, there's the donate link again. I'm sorry. Fourth big idea. So this is the Great Green Wall. Have you guys heard of it?
Nope.
So this one is real. This one is a real thing. It is the African Union's project to create an 8,000-kilometer line of trees from east to west, bordering the African desert to prevent and reverse desertification. What a massive, big idea. I think it's very interesting. It's a real project. We're going to find out in the next 3 questions how much you can guess about the project, how big it is, what the budget and all this stuff.
Quick question, Eric. Will we also find out what the word desertification means? Is there a glossary?
Yes. Sorry. So the Sahara Desert has been expanding. It's growing bigger and bigger. It's eating away at all this stuff, which of course is not good. We want to preserve, the lands that are already there. We don't want the world to turn into a big giant desert. We hate that. This is one effort to stop it in its tracks and maybe even reverse it. Maybe reclaim a little bit of that desert land.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
So that's the idea there, and it's just creating a tree line to push it back. So we're going to find out how much you can know about it in these next questions. Number 1, what is the Great Green Wall's official slogan? You'll have 30 seconds for this. Growing a world wonder, shrinking the Sahara, lend a hand, halt the sand, and make Equatorial Guinea pay for it.
God, I really want it to be lend a hand, halt the sand. And I want there to be like protest signs like lend a hand, halt the sand. That's I don't think that's it, but I want it to be.
And my heart's there, but my head's at growing a world wonder.
I just based on how good it rolls off the tongue, I have to go with and make Equatorial Guinea pay.
That's actually catchier than lend a hand, stop the sand, or whatever that was. Halt the sand.
I say that and I don't even know what the hell this is. I say that in my real life.
Yeah, I mean, if they don't talk about it on Real Housewives, I'm a little lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry for that, but it is growing a world wonder. We had 2 people get that one right. Let's check out how that affected the scoreboard. Lynn's taking the lead over Marissa and Travis.
Whoa, Lynn's on fire.
We love it. All right, next multiple choice question, also about this guy. Still not timed. Questions and time are still way off. Sorry, Kath. To folks who are off on the time, I'm not really sure exactly why that is the case. I'm trying to figure out how I could. Oh, I'm sorry, Frank. I know that it is timing out before you could vote. I'm trying to figure out how we can. Oh, you know what we can try? I will see if I could write the question in the comments. I wonder if that would work. That way, even if you can't see it, that could be tough though, because let's see if I can do that. Let's see if I can copy it before we jump in. That way, everybody gets their chance to play.
I think that sounds like a great workaround, Eric.
Jorge, Eric talks too much. You know what, Jorge, you're correct. Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see if I can paste it. Why is it not letting me paste? Oh, here we go. Okay, so I am going to post the question in the chat at the same time that we launch it. So hopefully, if it's delayed on your screen, you can still play with the correct answer. We're going to give that a shot. How about that?
I love it.
Love it. Perfect. Okay, great. So we're going to the next one, and I'm posting. Great. So this is the Great. So we're teching it at the same time. The Great Green Wall will be the largest living structure on the planet, beating what previous record holder? A grove of aspen trees, the Lake Erie algae bloom, the Great Barrier Reef, or Yo Mama? Which do we think?
I mean, I feel like the only thing I know that's really big is the Great Barrier Reef.
Yeah, that's a solid choice.
So just, this is why I can never go on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. This is hard.
Yeah.
Well, we have the Great Barrier Reef, 12 people. Okay, so I think we got a few more votes in there. So I think hopefully posting the question works a little bit. We are adjusting. I think Lauren might be posting it. Yo Mama, hands down. Good guess, but unfortunately not correct. Let's check out the scoreboard.
I want to give a shout out to my man who voted for Yo Mama.
Just wanted to give it a shot.
I just want to shout him out. I hope it's Travis Scott.
Well, it cost him the lead. He's in fourth place now. Great Barrier Reef, it was right. Linda, Susan, we are trying to get these questions. Oh, I see. Yes. Okay, so I'm going to queue it up again. Hold on, I'm going to queue up the next question. Sorry, it's going to take a little bit longer because we're doing it this way, but that is okay. This is, sorry. We're learning all this tech stuff. You know, the future is, we don't know which answer goes with which color though. Good point, Dara. And let's see if I can post that. They go in order. It's kind of A, B, C, D. Let's see here. Sorry, paste. You guys please chat amongst yourselves and I will try to get this question there. Sorry.
Yeah, no, did anybody ever watch that MTV show Yo Mama starring Wilmer Valderrama?
Yep, 100%.
Yeah, that was a big part of my childhood and my life, I think.
Oh.
Wilmer Valderrama, do you guys ever rewatch that 70s show?
Nope.
It's a quality
I also
show.
never watched it the first time. So
I know he was on it. I know that much.
You what?
I know he was on it.
He was perfect on it.
Yeah, I was just saying, I just knew he was on it. That's all I know.
Well, anyway.
Well, now you know he was on it and he was perfect on it.
He was perfect on it.
Two important points.
And I think and I do deserve points for that. And I do think that Wilmer Valderrama just got a bad shake afterwards.
I don't know if he really got a bad shake. He hit all of Hollywood's finest young ladies. So I feel like maybe not so much on, the performance tip, but on the dating side, I think he really came out better than most.
Randy, how do you know about his dating life?
Did
you know a lot about it?
You dated Wilmer?
Dave, I couldn't tell you what desertification is still, but I can tell you pretty much all the things you need to know that are pop culture, things you'd find in like Us Weekly, that's my skill set that I bring to the table.
Yeah.
There's some questions coming up on that. So we'll help you out, Randy. I have the question ready to post. I'm going to post it in the chat first. give them a little chance to look ahead. So this is the next question coming up. Here we go. Let's see if that works. Okay, what has become the most effective way to restore greenery along the Great Green Wall? Improved water harvesting? B, manual planting? C, aerial seed bombs? Or D, spray painting sand dunes with a verdant sheen?
I love the.
Oh, I see.
I love. I love all the green answers.
Am I supposed to know what the Great Green Wall? Where is that? The Great Green Wall?
That's like the
Great
big
Green Wall,
idea
that's what we're talking about.
we're talking about.
Oh, we're still on the same.
Right
Oh,
now, yeah.
guys, it's a lot of science coming my way tonight. You know, it's hard. It's hard. I went to West Virginia University. I think I mentioned that earlier. We didn't do this.
I got wait.
So I am also learning. So
Yeah.
people are saying that it shouldn't be ABC, it should be by color. And I believe the colors go red, blue, yellow, green. Let's post that. Red, blue.
A lot of people here are very good at designing games, I guess.
I know, yeah. Sorry about
shout out to Randy who mentioned that Wilmer Valderrama dated Demi Lovato. So you're right on track, Randy.
Thank you. I mean, also Mandy Moore. Just gonna throw that out there.
Mandy Moore, really?
Yeah.
I think she also dated Jack Osborne.
Oh yeah, didn't she?
Remember the Osbournes?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
God, I love that show.
Yeah. How about that?
We love it. Let's see if we can. We love it. I'm sorry. I'm going to. I may. Our bombs that were not the aerial seed type. What does that mean, Dara? Our bombs at WVU were not the aerial seed type. Randy, do you know about this?
I do. It's my drunk friend just making a comment. She'll be fine. She'll pass out in a few minutes, and you can just not worry about it. I'll talk to her separately.
Well, let's see the scoreboard. Butch,
Did Travis just stop playing? Come on.
Travis, you had this in the bag. And, or maybe just get him wrong. Maybe he can't catch up. All right, so let's see if we can grab the next question, post it in, and get to the next one. So this next one is about another big idea. Again, this is real. This is a different big idea. This is called spin launch. Now, spin launch is a centrifuge that launches things into orbit by spinning them around and flinging them into space. This is a real proposal. It is a real company that already exists. What is your first reaction to this insane idea?
Why are we spinning things and flinging them into space?
Well, because rockets run into this issue where you can't just build a bigger rocket, because if you build a bigger rocket with more fuel in it, you have to add the fuel to carry the fuel, and then it's really hard to scale up. So what they've found is what this company will do is you don't have to burn any rocket fuel. You can do several launches a day and launch things into space, satellites and all this wonderful stuff. And space travel could suddenly be a lot easier. You couldn't do it with humans, but you could get a lot of stuff up there.
What kind of stuff you want to get up there, Eric?
You want to get
what do we?
You want to get cars up there?
You want to get cars up there. We got one car up there. What if somebody else needs a car?
You want to steal somebody's car keys and put it in the spin launch? Shoot that shit into space?
That is what I want. So that is that's the big idea. Let's see if I can get this thing working again. Hold on. Post the answers in the comments. Video's unavailable. I'm sorry, guys. Tech-wise, I'm botching this. Oh, it's a fancy slingshot. Yes, that is correct.
Yeah.
Let's see if this works. So I am pasting the answers again into this for this next question. Let's see if we can get this one. Why is it not going? I'm sorry, I'm working on like 50 different devices. Nothing's working on my end. I apologize. Jimmy Hoffa is.
While they're doing that, guys, what kind of shit would you want to spin into space, you think?
My exes.
Your exes, yeah. Name them. Say them by
I don't
name.
feel like they need to be named. They know who they are. They know they suck, and they should be launched out into orbit and not come back. Right? Do these return back to Earth? We just fling them, and they don't. Is there a retrieving process? They just fling them out.
It's like for the space station,
Yeah. Well, if spin launch is worth their salt, they're spinning the shit out of orbit, I think. You want to get it out of the Earth's orbit, you know?
Well, no, you want to put it into orbit because then it, like, you know where it is. But if you fling it out of orbit, it's just going to go into the vacuum into eternity or whatever.
Yeah, but then we're just clogging up our orbit with ding dongs and Randy's exes.
Yeah, and we're getting one step closer to.
Sounds like a perfect. I mean, it sounds perfect to me. I don't see what the problem is.
How many exes do you think you'd fling, Randy?
Definitely a good solid 3.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like, you couldn't name one person you'd want to fling into space. I'm alone in this.
I think I'd fling. Damien from Love Is Blind. I think
that's a fair. I would. If there's a vote, if there's like a cosign, in order to get this going, I'm in on that.
That guy's a ticking time bomb, man. That guy's back with Gianna, and that's a TMZ. They're both dead article waiting to happen, man.
Oh my God!
You can feel it.
Couldn't agree more.
You can feel it.
Sorry, I'm having trouble copying and pasting these answers into this little chat window. I apologize.
Yeah, after
that one.
Although, you know what? If I die, I think getting spin launched into space is a pretty good modern Viking funeral.
I was about to say the same thing. That's a space Viking funeral.
That's a pretty good Viking funeral.
You think you could light your body on fire? You think it'd stay on fire until you reach orbit?
Well, it also seems like some of our members here have some thoughts. It seems some feel very strongly about the current administration being flung into space.
Yeah.
Other people have volunteered their sons.
If you're gonna propose Space Force, put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean?
Show up. Yeah,
that's
true.
true.
For a ride.
Well, I think they just want to fling them out there and not return. Not so much like a space force. At least you still return to Earth. We're just flinging people out at this point.
Once they announce that Kim Jong-un's finally dead here in the next couple of days, they ought to fling him into space. You know?
If they didn't already, we don't even know.
Yeah. It's TMZ. So what are you gonna do?
TMZ.
But I think Spin Launch actually should repurpose themselves as a modern space Viking funeral company. I think they'd get a lot of money, man. There's a lot of millionaires that want space funerals.
Do you know that is this a fact? Sorry.
I think I have the next question. Let's see if we can figure this. We'll see. I'm going to post it in the chat, and then I'm going to hit next. So here we go. Let's see if this works. Worth a shot. All right. What is the appropriately named company funding Spin Launch? Is it red, Slingshot Industries, blue, Catapult Ventures, yellow, Gyration Inc., or green, Big Ol' Wheel Whirly Corp?
Love the green answers, man.
Love the green answers. We live for the
green answers. Post in the comments, hashtag I love green answers.
I get the feeling Gyration Inc. is something else. I think if you go to the corners of the internet, Gyration Inc. pedals.
Oh yeah, it gets weird.
Yeah, just saying.
Go Gyration.
I love a gyration.
Oof.
And it was Catapult Ventures. That is the real name of the company funding Spin Launch. It was named that before they realized they were going to do Spin Launch. Isn't that insane? They gave them $80 million.
Give them $80 million? $80
million for this idea. It's amazing. How fast do spin launches go? Oh, wait, sorry. We're about to, as soon as the question, how about this? This is actually amazing. As soon as Green Answers 2020. Thank you, Blue Face from North.
Hashtag gangrene, baby. Gangrene.
Green gang.
Green gang, gangrene. Let's go.
As soon as the questions are posted in the chat, I will hit next. So, sorry, so that saves from me jumping in between 80 different friggin' things. But again, same kind of answers as before. It is red, blue, yellow, green.
Like Candyland.
Wait, is that like Candyland? I haven't played in so long.
Or Twister. What is it?
Twister's got it in there.
Let's go Twister, yeah.
Twister, okay. Sorry, I went from a board game to
colors, yeah.
Green gang.
Hell yeah. Green gang, woo woo, baby.
Woo, woo. Yeah.
Juggalo Nation. Hashtag Juggalo Nation. The gathering got canceled.
Oh, here we go. How fast do spin launches go? Here we go. Red, sorry, let's skip that one. Red, 17,500 miles an hour. Blue, 40,000 miles an hour. Yellow, 3,000 miles an hour. Or green, speed that would make Vin Diesel furious.
Like, it's got to be something just, yeah, crazy fast.
It's got to be crazy fast.
I'm thinking a little low and slow. I'm thinking the 3,000. A little low and slow. I mean, you know, it's an aggressive launch. You got to take it a little
But it's
slow.
like you have to give it all the kinetic energy like at release, and then it's only going to lose it as it hits, you know, the resistance throughout the atmosphere. So like you're going to have to overshoot that 17,000, and then it's going to slow down to the 17,000. Hopefully it reaches.
Look at that.
Wow.
Well, I actually, Dave, you sold me on your reasoning, but it also looks like I got it right. So I don't know. You tell me who knows science.
Randy just eyeballed it, figured it out.
So here is, I gave you some misleading information. To enter low Earth orbit, you need to go 17,000 miles an hour. That is true. The spin launch fires you at 3,000 miles an hour. What I didn't tell you is that it launches a rocket. So it shoots you out 3,000 miles an hour. And then once it's in the air, the rocket turns on. And now that there's less air resistance, you can get up to 17,000 miles per hour.
No,
Isn't that insane?
I thought the whole point though was that we didn't have to burn fuel, Eric.
Yes, you don't have to.
It was a slingshot.
It's a slingshot, and then it's like putting a bomb in a slingshot. Is really what it is. This is the whole idea. That this is how they're pitching it. It's actually insane.
Dave, I think you should address the people at Spin Launch at Gyration Inc. and write them a letter.
Yeah, this is like, so what they're doing, like they're creating a launch pad that gives you a little nudge before your rockets kick in.
Exactly.
But that's not like as novel as what they're. I feel like that's false advertising.
Just crank up the gyration.
Oh, here we go. Next one. What does Spin Launch proudly call their rocket? Red, pointy end up, flamey end down. Blue, the worst rocket ever made. Yellow, a glorified firework. Or green, sparkler in the slingshot.
Isn't red such a nerdy joke? I could see a bunch of nerds in a room pushing pencils, thinking that red is the funniest thing they've ever said in their life.
It's no green, I'll tell you that.
Vibes. Red's got real green answer vibes right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's see. Oh, Randy's still pushing green. They proudly call it the worst rocket ever made. So this rocket is just a hunk of junk. They just need to get it up there, and they're like, we don't care if it's the worst rocket ever made. It doesn't have to perform that much. And to reveal, pointy end up, flamey end down is, I believe, the name of a team in SpaceX, or it's something that I just took that from them. So it is a dorky, real world joke that someone absolutely loves. Oh no, I have to say red. Juggalo Nation. Okay, thank you, John.
Making sure all my soldiers out there know that I'm fighting for them on the inside.
I may skip the next mini game and go right into the last, the round 3. So we have a mini game, and the mini games are the ones with the short timer. So I just don't think it's going to work. I'm going to skip through a lot of that to avoid people getting frustrated. But let's check out the scoreboard. We've got Spicy Cleopatra climbed the last time and up 4 places. Turtle is the highest climber. Good job, Turtle. I'm going to skip the next few. It'll probably take a little second for me to do that. Do people think space spin launch is gonna work? Do they think it's gonna work?
I mean,
yes, if they repurpose as a Viking funeral company, yes.
Yeah,
that also shoots my exes into space. Then yes, I think it'll be very successful.
I don't know how you trust a rocket full of important things with this company.
Randy, has anyone made a flinging your flings joke yet, or is that?
Not yet, no, but I'm open to it. If you got any, please send it my way.
Pocket that one for later.
In the comments, let us know if anyone's made a flinging your flings joke yet.
Flinging your flings.
Hashtag juggalo.
That's big green answer energy on that. I hope.
Have you ever dated Juggalo, Randy? Have you, or would you ever date a Juggalo? Do you think?
I feel like everyone deserves a chance. And listen, I've been alone since March 9th, so whatever at this point.
So whoop whoop.
You know, who am I to discriminate? Company's company.
Whoop whoop.
I'm actually realizing, and of course, you know what? I think this game actually teaches us a lot about trying new things. Is that sometimes you try new things, and the tech is going to screw you over every time. Part of Kahoot, this next round is about putting things in order. And as I'm remembering, when you build it, they tell you they randomize the order of the things you need to put in order. So there's no way for us to convey what order it will be. So I have to skip the last round as well until we get one round that doesn't need the Kahoot. So I'm actually going to skip through. I can hop in and promote donations. Yes. I'm going to invite Lauren into promote donations.
Wonderful. We'd love to see her.
Yes.
It's me. It's me
Hi,
coming
Lauren.
in to promote donations. Hi, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We're having so much fun, and I really appreciate everyone's patience. It's crazy that we're doing comedy shows, right, digitally online, and there are bound to be technical difficulties, but the important thing to remember is that we're having fun, and we're all together, and we're raising money for Debbie's Dream Foundation. So I'm gonna post that link in again, and we'll hopefully join in on this last round.
So yes, as I was saying, the next round is going to randomize on everyone's phone. So if there is a delay, it won't. It's going to really mess it up. So I'm going to skip through this round too. As I skip through, maybe take some time and hit that donate link. That'll be dropped in the chat. There it is, donate link. Take the time because we have one last surprise round that is going to work in the Kahoot, and it is my favorite part of the whole show. So give us 60 seconds, go donate, and I'll jump through all this stuff. Here we go. Historical big ideas. This one won't work because it randomizes everything. That's okay. 20th century. I will read the answers though. How about that? Why not? Why not read the answers? This is kind of interesting. Penicillin was invented first, and then the atomic bomb, and then credit cards, and then email. So that's the real answer. The next one is, I'll give the answer again to this one. This one I think is 19th century. These are big ideas. This one, telegraph was invented first, then the internal combustion engine, then telephone, and then the light bulb. Kind of interesting. This last one is fascinating. I would love to hear, panel, what you guys think of this. It is, yes, ancient inventions, oldest to most recent ancient inventions. Which do you think came the earliest?
Wheel.
Wheel.
Then soap. Then sailboat, then compass?
It's actually sailboat.
Oh, yeah.
Sailboat by 3,000 years. Sailboat 6,000 BC, wheel 3,500 BC.
I thought you were going to say sailboat by 3 minutes. Just by 3 minutes. Can you believe it?
Some guy working hey,
right there.
Yes, we were talking about this. Humans were sailors before they knew which direction they were sailing. The compass wasn't invented for 3,000, 6,000 years. Okay, so that is a round that we couldn't play. So we are actually at the leaderboard. Lynn, you are the winner of this whole thing. Congratulations, Lynn.
Big ups.
Win early. That's big ups, yes. And then Spicy Cleopatra number 3 and Hill at number 3. We have one more round that is my favorite because it is insane. And that is a little thing we call, well, first we got to donate. But the next round is called the What's the Quick Idea round. This is our big finale. Essentially, as we've seen, our panel has not played the game. They haven't been on their Kahoots. Everyone else has. What's the Quick Ideas, where I put 60 seconds on the clock and I ask Randy Silverman to decide. She has to.
I feel like you specifically went for the weekest link. Like I feel like you sniffed out the weakest of the gazelles, and here I am.
Desertification.
Yeah, these are all about desertification. So Randy, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you 10 different big ideas, just one sentence of them. And from that one sentence, you have to decide if they are real or if they are fake. If you get 7 right in 60 seconds, you win our grand prize. But if you don't,
then you're just as dumb as you were before you started this game. Got it. Great. I'm in.
You're ready. Okay, good. All right. So the 60 seconds starts as soon as they flick it. You'll see it. It'll be on a delay, but don't worry. You can't play this anyway. So here we go. 60 seconds coming up. What's the quick idea? Randy plays.
Woo!
All right. So a space elevator, but for the moon. Real or fake?
I feel like that's so ridiculous. It has to be real.
Real. Lift sport. Cleaning up radiation using mushrooms.
Wait, what?
Cleaning up radiation using mushrooms. 45 seconds.
Fake.
That's real. Micro-remediation. A greenhouse gas scrubber for cow buttholes.
For buttholes?
For cow buttholes.
Cow buttholes.
Cow buttholes, real.
Fake. Redirecting comets to terraform Mars.
I don't even know what this is. Fake.
Fake. Launching and detonating nukes to make Mars livable.
Are you speaking English? What?
Using
Something with Mars. Real.
Real. Elon Musk suggested it. Chimneys that funnel heat from the desert into the cold upper atmosphere.
Fake.
That's real. Shazam, but for people you've met before.
Oh God, I wish that was real.
It's fake, unfortunately. And time is up. You got a lot of people rooting for you. You can do it. Did she get them right? You know what? We don't care because we're going to celebrate. Hold on. Oh, we got
Oh my God.
That looked really dirty, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's Generation Ink kind of stuff. Right?
No. We're keeping it PG. We're keeping it PG. Congratulations to Randy. And who was our winner at the very end? Who did it turn out to be? It was, I've already blanked.
Linda?
Linz, yes, Linz, that's right.
All right, Linz.
Yes, excellent, Linda. Tremendous work, Linda. You're the real winner. Randy, I don't even know if you got 50% of those right. It was 50-50.
I mean, I feel like it doesn't matter. I feel like a winner at heart.
What was the big prize?
Yeah,
the big prize. Yes. The big prize is an IOU for one trip on the spin launch.
I can join my exes. It's great. We'll all go together. We'll all go together.
There you go.
Hey. Perfect.
Lauren, do you want to hop in here and close us out for the night?
Sure, coming on in. Hey guys, thank you all so much for being a part of Laugh for a Cure. We had fun. We learned about big ideas. We learned about small technical ideas, but we also got but I had a blast, and it means a lot that these awesome writers, comedians, and producers put this show together. So let's give a round of applause in the chat to Eric Cunningham.
Yeah, Eric.
Aaron, John, and David.
Writers Isabel, Shannon, and Chandler.
Yes.
And then, as a last reminder, the gala is an event that we look forward to every year, and it's so much fun. So I hope we had a little fun tonight and brought our DDF community together. I just want to remind everyone that we are here for you through this really difficult time, and there are so many resources at Debbie's Dreams website for you guys to take a look at. I'm going to post the link in. And thank you guys so much. Thank you to DDF. Thank you to Robert Mandel for helping put on this event, Maxine Mandel, and hopefully we can do more fun things like this soon. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Lauren.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Great big ideas.
Big ideas. What's
That's
the big idea?
a big idea.